Hey everyone, I'm Dustin, CEO of 630, and today we're going to assemble the Zip and Fold folding fat tire electric bike. Stick around. All right, so today we are going to assemble the 630 Zip and Fold folding e-bike with fat tires. Your bike will arrive in this box, and let me go ahead and give you some measurements. The box is 38 inches wide by 18.5 inches, actually it's, 38 inches long, 18.5 inches wide, and 28 inches tall, and the weight is located on the side of the box here. It is 67 pounds in total. So you have handles on the side of the box here. If you need to pick it up like this. The other option is you could drag it, try to be gentle if dragging it, or if you have some sort of rolling device to get it into your garage or driveway. Now I have a mat set up here as well to put the bike on. So you're gonna pop the box open here, and if you want to take a look and see here what it looks like when the bike arrives, we'll go ahead and show you. Okay, so your bike will come in the box here, and it's actually folded in half. So what you're going to want to do is remove the bike from the packaging. So I'm going to grab here and lift up, and at this point, I'm going to set it, wanting to unfold there. So I'm gonna set it right here, and if you have a mat, you can put it down on the mat. Okay, there we go. All right. Now inside the box, you are gonna have your seat here, okay? We're gonna set that to the side. Put the garbage in here. The rest of the things in here are marketing materials, a manual about the company. So now we can get the box out of the way here, slide this off to the side. So first step is we are going to want to remove a lot of these zip ties. You can use a box cutter. I have some tin snips here, or you can use some strong scissors. We're just going to want to remove the zip ties that are going to prohibit us from unfolding the bike at all. Anything that, so let's see, so right here we need to unzip the handlebars. That one just came right off. Okay, so now we can actually begin to, we've got one zip tie right down here, if you can see in the middle of the frame. Okay, so now we cut that off. Now, with that removed, we are gonna be able to unfold like so. And from here, we can actually get our kickstand down. Okay, so I skipped this box right here, box 3. That came out when we removed the bike. So this is gonna have quick release, pedals. We're gonna go ahead and set that to the side. Okay, now from this point, go ahead and put your kickstand down and get the bike folded. Now, if you wanna come over here and take a look. Let me go ahead and snip this off so the pedals can move freely, okay? Okay, so right here on the other side, right here, we have our quick release mechanism. So pull the bike straight, okay? Get the wheel straight, okay? From there, you're gonna clamp this down, and then put your locking mechanism here, and now the bike should be able to stand up on its own. Okay, now when you get to this point, I'm just gonna start removing some of this packaging to make this a little bit simpler of a process. You can see we've got a lot of zip ties. We've got a lot of packaging on here. The next thing we're gonna do is insert our handlebars, but first I'm gonna remove the packaging to just allow the handlebars to slide in here and expose some of the other areas we'll need while we assemble. Okay, now we have all the packaging removed. Pedals actually come on the bike and they're folding pedals. So all you need to do is actually flip those out and they click into place like so. And click this one. Okay, now they're locked in. And to fold them back up, you just pull this and simply fold them down. And now they're in place. So those are easy to install. Okay, now coming up here to the handlebars, you just want to close this and lock that in place. And from here, you're gonna slide in your handlebars. Okay, let's make sure. Yep, like that, okay. And actually, you probably need to bring this down. So you've got a little lock right here too, this is important, right here. Pull that up to unlock, and then pull this back down. And that's gonna make it easier to put the handlebars in right here. And you gotta get the handlebars. Now you'll see here. Okay, yeah, if you take a look inside the tube here, there's a flat part right here. Okay, and then here you see it's flat right here. So you need to get this lined up so the two flat parts are against each other, and then that can slide in. Then from there you can put your handlebars up, okay, and get your wheel straight. And then you're gonna wanna clamp this down, okay, like so. Yep. Now from here, it's just a quick release right here. Let me go ahead and remove this. Okay. Okay, now from here, this is a quick release handlebar. So you can tighten that. Now one thing, you want to just make this tight with your hand right here. Okay, find your desired height, and then you're going to clamp that down. And you're going to want it to be, you're going to want to have to require a little bit of force to clamp that down. Okay. All right, so now handlebars are in place. And you can see here, the screen moves around a little bit. If you want to tighten the screen, it's actually a 3mm Allen key. And you'll just come in right here and tighten that down when you find the right position. Okay, you don't want to over tighten these either, so we don't strip it out. So there we go, that's good and tight. Now, in your box 3 that comes with you, comes with everything, you are gonna have a tool kit in here. Screwdrivers, some Allen keys, and some wrenches. It doesn't come with the 3mm Allen key because it's not as essential to the assembly. And then you also have your charger in here as well. And then these are just spare screws and nuts that you can use should you lose a bolt off the bike at any point. Okay, now from here we are going to install our seat. So your seat post comes inside the frame. And I use my box cutter here. Okay. All right, so your seat post comes inside. Now, very important, do not release the quick release unless you're holding onto the seat post, because you don't want that to fall into the bike, okay? So grab it. Now this is what it looks like. And it's gonna sit like this, okay? So you've got this top piece, okay? Like so. So these are gonna go on the rails. So you've got the underneath of your seat here. It's going to go like this. Now, you're gonna want to loosen this. Now there's a couple ways you can do this. You can loosen this, okay? And try to keep the nut on there, okay? And position that down. Now, we are going to feed this into the rails here. Oops, okay. Almost got it. Okay, so you can put it, let me get this off here. Okay, so you can kind of put this on like that, and then you can turn this. Oops, I missed the, okay. See if I can hold this in a way where I can show you. Okay. Okay, now, there we go. Okay, so now you see I got that in there, and there are these indentations which will go on top and below the rails, okay? So from here, now you are going to take your Allen key, okay? And you have the Allen key opening down here. Start to just tighten this. If you have a ratcheting Allen key set at home, that's gonna make this a lot faster. Okay, now let's get it to the point where it's tight enough where you could find your angle, but it won't be falling. And I'll show you what I mean in a second. Okay. So at this point, I'm gonna put it into the seat post, and now you can kind of find your angle. I need to loosen it just a touch because you want this to be able to be movable. There we go. So you can see, if you want to get a little close up here, you can see this will actually kind of rotate around these rivets here, like so, and you can find the position that's going to work best for you. So let's see, put this in, and it may take a few times, and sometimes you want a little bit of an angle back, but not too much. So probably right about there. Okay, so hold your position, bring it out, and from that point, you're gonna want to tighten it down. Okay. And if you see the bolt on top, it's gonna be, it's hard to see in there, but it's going to be going parallel to, this bolt on top is gonna be parallel to the clamping device here. Okay, so let's get that nice and tight. Now you really want to make sure you get this bolt as tight as you can, because if you don't, your seat may tilt backwards while you ride. There we go. Okay, that looks pretty good. Now once it's in, with the quick release, find your height. And again, with the quick release, I like to just tighten this bolt from the back here with your hand. Get that kind of little bit, not as tight as it can go. You want to find the tightness point where you can still clamp it, so that's pretty tight. That's going to be pretty good. I'm going to lower this down just a little bit more, right about there. Okay, now when you clamp it again, it should be fairly difficult to clamp that down. That actually may be a little too tight, so let's just back off that screw a little bit. Okay. And then from there we go. There we go. And you want that clamp to be nearly all the way. You can see there's a little bit of gap in there, but make sure that that's pretty close to all the way. All right, pumping your tire. You can do an automatic hand pump. I have an automatic pump. So tires are 3 inches. On the sidewall here, you're gonna find your PSI, and it says inflate to 30 PSI. So don't go over 30 PSI. Hook that up. Okay, that's 27. Just a rule of thumb, I like to go like 2 pounds PSI higher, because when I take this off, you're inevitably gonna lose a little bit of air. So that's probably at about 26 PSI. All right, I'm gonna pump the rear tire and then I'll walk you through some other features. All right, your gears and your brakes should actually be pre-tuned out of the box. Now, one thing with the brakes is you can check on the levers here, and if they go to about midway and they feel like, you know, the stopping power is good, they shouldn't need any adjustments. You can come up here and spin the wheel also just to make sure spins freely, stop it. So these feel pretty good to me. Now, if you should need an adjustment and you're not comfortable doing it yourself, you can take it to a professional. They can adjust disc brakes. Disc brakes are the same on pretty much all bikes, e-bikes and standard bikes. If you do want to try to attempt it yourself, we have some videos on our YouTube channel. There's also some great disc adjustment videos out there as well. Keep in mind, the brakes are an important, pivotal piece of an e-bike. They need to be functioning properly. So before you get out and ride, check your handbrakes, take a little test ride, make sure they provide ample stopping power. The other thing too, is a quick tip. When you look down here on your front disc, you can look inside and there's actually disc brakes inside of there. There's actually brake pads inside of the caliper. Those will need to be replaced. Could be as soon as every 100 miles. Or as you wear the pads down, the brakes will need to be adjusted to bring the pads closer to the disc. Now, if you look up here really quick, I'll show you as well. Down here on the front wheel, there's a bolt here, right here on the inside of the disc. This bolt, if tightened, will bring the pads closer to the disc. So as you wear the pads down, you'll want to tighten that bolt to bring them in so you can maintain stopping power. If you feel your brakes to getting soft, what I mean by that is as you pull the lever comes closer to the grip. That's when you're going to be due for an adjustment. Again, if you are not comfortable doing that yourself, take it to a professional. And you also have the disc brake on the rear wheel as well. Now, in terms of the gears, you actually could just take a quick test ride, which I'll show you, and you can shift through the gears to ensure everything works. This is a trigger shifter up here. So you're going to push the plus button right here with your thumb to go up, and you're going to push this lever right here to go down. So I'm going to take a quick test ride and see if it goes into every gear. I don't have my helmet on, so I'll be going close and not very fast, okay? So let's just go ahead and see. I'm not putting on the electric right now. I'm just going to see. Okay, so I went into all the gears, so everything works properly, and same thing with the gears. If you do need to adjust your gears, this is a Shimano Tourney 7-speed. We have another video on our channel that walks you through step by step how to go through the gear adjustment process. And I can turn the bike this way. You have your derailleur down here. So you just want to make sure that the chain moves into all the sprockets so you're hitting all the gears. Okay, so to turn on your zip and fold, you've got to use your key. And right here you've got all your positions. This is the on position. And you see when you turn it on, it locks the battery. This is the unlocked position. At this point now you can slide the battery out. And so the key will not come out when it's in the on position. From there, up here, you can turn your power button on. And right here, you have your battery charge, your miles per hour, the pedal assist level, and how many miles we've ridden. And from there, you're basically off and ready to go. I'm going to raise the seat a little bit, get myself comfortable here. Clamp that down. Be a little too high there. Let's go ahead and bring that down just a touch. Right about there. Step through the frame. Perfect. And I'm off and running. If you have any other questions at all, oh, one thing I'll show you, I guess. This is a twist throttle. So in order to go, you are going to grab here and you're going to twist backwards. And from there, you'll accelerate. So when you're riding normal, keep your hands on the grip or keep them here. Just make sure not to hit the throttle if you don't want to. And we've got to be in a certain level of pedal assist for the throttle to work. And check out our YouTube channel. We're gonna have some more videos on this about how to ride it and other features. And if you have any other questions about the assembly, reach out to us, the team at sixthreezero.com, or give us a call, 310-982-2877. Thanks for sticking around, and I hope you enjoy your zip and fold. Enjoy the ride.